to the today's session regarding complete revision on the chapter of 10th standard what you have already studied in part 1 and part 2 section. From the part 2 we are going to discuss regarding carbon and its compounds. It is coming from the organic chemistry part. Then later we will be discussing regarding periodic classification of elements. Then we will discuss some of the important points from the part 1 section, that is acids, bases we discussed. Later we will be seeing the metals and non-metals concept also. We will consider some of the questions. Along with the questions we will cover the theory part also. So with this introductory, I am going to start with the first question. I have put here heading with that we are going to consider 1 mark questions. Let us discuss some of the 1 mark questions, how they can be asked, what is the extent of answer you should write for the 1 mark question. Fine. So you can see here I am going to consider first question. It is been asked from the previous year. I am taking the question from 2018. So it is write electron dot structure for, write electron dot structure, write electron dot structure for nitrogen molecule, write electron dot structure for nitrogen molecule. We know that nitrogen is having atomic number 7. Let us first consider how many number of valence electrons are present. Once we write lone pair of electrons, that is outermost electrons, then they will be shared. While sharing we can have a complete electron dot structure for the nitrogen molecule. As well we supposed to consider there must be a octet should be complete. So we know that nitrogen is having atomic number 7, right? So atomic number 7, how we are going to write the electronic configuration? Simply we will be writing 2 is K shell capacity is 2. So I have written here how many electrons are left? Still 5 are left. So I will be writing all those 5 electrons here. In the sense, for nitrogen, what I must do? I must have to mention all the 5 electrons as valence shell electrons. How many atoms are there in nitrogen molecule? 2. So what should I consider? I must consider one more molecule. So it will also be represented in this fashion. Now it is mandatory that we have to see whether valency is satisfied by both the atoms of this molecule. It should be 8 number of electrons must be present. That what is it is generally called as octet. Octet must be complete. So you can see here there are 5 electrons are present for each nitrogen atom. Still how many more electrons are needed to complete the octet? Definitely there are 3 electrons are needed to complete. What I do? I will be considering these electrons for one of the atom. So while writing these one, we will be having electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. In the sense, we will be considering all these electrons of both the nitrogen atoms. Similarly, I have nitrogen atom, that is second nitrogen atom. I will be considering electrons of this nitrogen for second nitrogen atom also. So this is how we have written the electron dot structure for nitrogen molecule. When you consider nitrogen molecule, it is comprised of 2 nitrogen atoms. For each nitrogen atom, we know that there are mainly 5 valence electrons are possible, and by using those electrons, we will be writing the nitrogen molecule. We call it as electron dot structure. Fine. This is question can be asked for 1 marks. Similarly, it is not only that it will be asked for only nitrogen. They may ask for oxygen molecule, or they may even ask for any other molecule like NH3, or they may ask for CH4. All these examples can be asked for your examination. And N2 is previously asked structure, electron dot structure for nitrogen molecule. It is already asked. So this is how we are supposed to write the answer. Okay. Next question we have here. Let us consider next question. We came to know how to write the electron dot structure for nitrogen molecule. Now we will see second question. It is one of the important question and the pattern of the questions you have to understand here. ಯಾವ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರ, ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 9 ಇಂದ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ see here. I am going to write, that is, we are given with A, B, C and D. These are the elements are given with the respective atomic number. They are mentioned as 3, 9, 4 and 8 respectively. Okay. So these are the elements given to us. Their atomic number also have been mentioned here. What is the atomic number being given? 3, 9, 4 as well as 8 respectively. Fine. So now what are they asking for? Which of them are considered as metals? Which of them are considered as metals? Which of them are considered as metals? So very simple question, and such question can be asked for 1 mark. So what will be the answer you are going to write here? They are given with the atomic number and they are asking for which of them are called as metals. So I have atomic number 3, atomic number 9, 4 and 8. Fine. So we know that alkali metals will start from atomic number 3. Howda? Hydrogen is the exception, yet it is placed in the group 1 also. We are not going to consider it as metal because it is showing both the properties. But when you consider particularly metal, in the sense it starts from atomic number 3. What is the element for atomic number 3? It is considered as lithium. So lithium will be considered as metal. So alkali metals starts from 3. 3 is lithium. What about 9, 4, 8 and so on? Once we write lithium, that is 3, we will be writing the next element, that is alkaline earth metal. Alkaline earth metal. Alkaline earth metals are those which come under category of group 2. These will be coming under the category of group 2, whereas these are referred as group 1 elements. Okay. So group 2 ಒಳಗೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? 4. That is atomic number 4. What we call it as? We call it as beryllium. So ನಾನು already ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, atomic number up to 18 ವರೆಗೂ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? So 3 is considered as alkali metal and 4 is considered as alkaline earth metal, which is coming under group 2. So what is left now? The left is nothing but 9 as well as 8. We know that 8 and 9 are left. What is the element 8 and what is the element 9? We have to trace out now. So what is the element 8 now? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, right? Oxygen is atomic number 8. Oxygen is atomic number 8. So I would write here it is considered as oxygen. So next what I have here? 9. Atomic number 9. So 8 andre oxygen. Oxygen r ನಂತರ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ atomic number 9. ಯಾವುದು? Again hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So in this way you have to remember, fluorine is considered to be an element with the atomic number 9. Fluorine. So fluorine will be coming under halogen family. We know this one. Whereas oxygen is coming under oxygen family. Oxygen is coming under oxygen family. Now you can easily tell me what are the metals. What is the question? A, B, C, D are 3, 9, 4, 8 atomic number respectively. They are asking for which of them are considered as metals. I can say that atomic number 3 and atomic number 4 both together are considered as metals. What is the symbol being given for 3 and 4? 3 and 4, 3 D symbol is considered as atomic number how much? 4. So I can say that A and D are going to be considered as metals. One is alkali metal and another one is alkaline earth metal. Like this you are supposed to answer the question. So once we write this one, we will consider next question here. So what is the next question? Again let me consider next question from. All of you try to write the question as well as answer along with me. Okay. So I am considering next question here, that is name the molecular formula of. It is one of the best question from the carbon and its compounds. So I have named the molecular formula of. Name the molecular formula. Name the molecular formula of unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbon having general formula. Having general formula. Having general formula. Having general formula. CnH2n. CnH2n with 3 carbon atoms. With 3 carbon atoms. So this is my question which is being asked previously. Already the question. So how we supposed to write the answer for this one? What they are asking for? See. Name the molecular formula of unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbon means what? There must be a presence of either double bond or triple bond. One double bond irbeku illa andre triple bond irbeku. Double bond athwa triple bond iruvanta molecules ellavu elli bartavu yav category olaga bartavu unsaturated hydrocarbon category they will be coming. Fine. So when you consider formula for unsaturated hydrocarbon, we know that it is CnH2n minus 2 or it must be CnH2n. ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. CnH2n plus 2 ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು. ಯಾಕೆ ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ? It is for saturated hydrocarbon. Remember the formula what we write for saturated hydrocarbon, it will be CnH2n plus 2. But they are asking for unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbon ಗೆ ಎರಡು formula. Either you consider CnH2n minus 2 or you will be considering CnH2n. We came to know what is the formula of unsaturated hydrocarbon having general formula CnH2n. Andre they are mainly speaking about CnH2n. We know CnH2n is the formula exclusively we write for alkenes. We write for alkenes. What is this formula we write for CnH2n minus 2? We write this formula for alkynes. This is exclusively for alkynes, right? So now with this formula CnH2n, they are asking for 3 carbon atoms. So what is the question they are asking? 3 carbon atom ಇರುವಂತಹ CnH2n formula ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತಹ unsaturated hydrocarbon ಇಂದ formula ಬರೆಯಿರಿ. Write the formula for unsaturated hydrocarbon with the formula CnH2n with the 3 carbon atoms. What we supposed to write now? We supposed to write one of the example for alkenes which contains mainly how many carbon? 3 carbon atoms. First now we are going to write all the 3 carbon atoms. We know alkenes are having formula CnH2n. What should be the bond? It should always be double bond itself. Okay, so double bond value. Fine. So our almost 90% work is done now. Once we write the double bond here, what next step we have to do here? We have to satisfy the valency of the all carbon atoms present here. How to satisfy the carbon atoms valency? Just by putting hydrogen atoms. For this carbon to be 4 bonded, how many bonds, how many hydrogen I must add? 4 hydrogen atoms. 1, 2, 3. That there is a 4th bond is already present. So what I do add 3 hydrogen atoms for this carbon. See, check out for the second carbon atom. How many bonds already present? double bonded carbon, right? So in order to complete the valency, how many more bonds are needed? 2 more, isn't it? So what I do? I will be considering hydrogen and I will be considering hydrogen here. So this is what formula we write for this question. What is the question? Once again, name the molecular formula of unsaturated hydrocarbon. This is unsaturated hydrocarbon, right? So then what we have? Unsaturated hydrocarbon having general formula CnH2n, fine, with 3 carbon atoms. 3 carbon atom ಇರುವಂತಹ CnH2n formula ಇರುವಂತಹ compound ಅನ್ನು ಬರೆಯಿರಿ. So it is given that 3 carbon atoms are there and it is being considered as an example for unsaturated hydrocarbon. Fine. So this is how we supposed to write the question and respectively we supposed to write the answer. So with this, let me consider the next question here. These are the important questions I have chosen from the previous year question paper from 2018, 2017 and 2019 as well 2020 questions. Okay. So next let me consider one of the example from acids and bases. Okay. So we are somehow very finest question I can say here. We can easily predict the question, but somehow they have twisted and they have asking this question. So right now, as pH value of neutral solution increases. This is one mark question. They have given us 4 options. Out of 4 options, we have to choose the correct option. So, what is the question being given? As pH value of neutral solution increases. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು neutral solution ಇಂದ pH value increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Out of these 4 options, which one is correct? What is the first option? A. Option A is basic property. Basic property is decreasing. Basic property decreasing and number of OH ions increasing and number of OH minus ions are increasing. Number of OH minus ions are increasing. Fine. So second one we have here basic property decreasing, number of OH minus ions also decreasing. It is also decreasing. Second option. Fine. Then I have third option here. What is that third option? Acidic property is decreasing and number of OH minus ions also decreasing. Third option. Lastly, I have fourth option. Acidic property decreasing, number of OH minus ions all are increasing. So I think you feel this question is somehow interesting. Ek kelikatara one neutral solution aiti. pH range we have already understood. What is the pH for neutral solution? It is 7. I have pH scale. At the middle I have some value. At the end I have this right side and I have one of the value. So I could tell you that when you consider pH of neutral solution, it will be ranging 7. And when you start increasing the pH, it should move right side. When it is moving right side, in the sense what is happening? Solution is becoming more basic. Solution is becoming more basic. Up to 13 to 14 range we can write. But when you go left hand side, what is happening here? pH value is ranging or it is pH range is decreasing. ಯಾವಾಗ pH range 7 ಇಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ left hand side ಬಂದು pH range decrease ಆಗತೈತಿ, we can call them as they are acidic solutions. They are becoming more and more acidic. But when pH range is increasing as it is moving from 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. We can say basic property or basic nature of solution is increasing. Basic nature increase ಆಗತೈತಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು OH